Hey, what's up everyone? GameDad here, coming at you guys with a brand new compilation video. This time we are taking a look at all of the GameCube videos that I did in my collection series, going through all the different games that I have in my collection. Now, this series was only 2 parts, so it is a little bit shorter than other series that I had, but the GameCube is a fantastic console, and it was fun to be able to share with you guys all of the different games that I have in my collection for it. Now, if you are new to the channel or you just haven't yet, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, without further ado, here's the video. Chibi Robo was released by Nintendo in 2006 and is a fun adventure-style game where you play as a small little robot. I wish I could show you the interesting charge-up mechanic that the character has by plugging in outlets for a power boost, but unfortunately, even after a disc cleaning, I just couldn't get my GameCube to play the game. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex is a continuation of the Crash Bandicoot series that was made by Vivendi Universal Games in 2002. In this game, all the bad guys from before are teaming up to help Cortex launch his most super secret and devastating weapon yet. Playing as Crash, it is your job to once again stop Cortex and his minions. In Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, released by Nintendo in 2005, you must use the power and magic of dance to journey through the Mushroom Kingdom and recover the missing artifacts. Typical Mario game, but this time with dancing. For the game capture of this, I'll admit I did not use my DDR Mario Mix dance mat, just the controller. Sorry. Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure was released by Activision in 2003. This game takes all the great things about a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game and combines it with Disney and Pixar characters for a super fun twist on a skating game. There was even a skate competition held during the final development stages of the game, whose winner got to be a featured character inside of it. Next we have Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Here we go. This game was released by Nintendo in 2005 and allows you to use the DK bongos. Yes, this game came with a gimmick controller, and in my opinion, it's ridiculous. You can use a regular controller to move DK through the levels, but Nintendo made it quite difficult to do so to encourage the players to use the bongos. Next up is the Game Boy player that was released in 2003 by Nintendo. While this is an accessory, what most people don't know is that it actually requires a special disc to get it running. So here it is. This is what it looks like when you boot up the disc. You get a few different options, and like the Super Game Boy on the SNES, you get to change the backgrounds around, but that's about it. Next up is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which was released by Square Enix in 2004. This is your standard Final Fantasy game with multiple characters to choose from and an adventure to journey on. One really cool feature about this game, though, is that it supports the Game Boy Advance GameCube adapter, allowing you and 3 other friends to connect your Game Boy Advance and play through the game together. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was released by EA in 2005 and is a continuation of the Harry Potter video game franchise. From my experience with previous games in this franchise, this game definitely starts off more action-packed, just like the movie itself does. It started off by showing the spells in a new way as well. From what I played of the game, it's not bad, but not really my kind of game. Mario Kart Double Dash was released by Nintendo in 2003 and is not only one of my favorite GameCube games, but is also one of my overall favorite Mario Kart games. This was the first and only time that a Mario Kart game had a dual rider mechanic. This quickly became a fan favorite, and I'm hoping through updates that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or maybe even the next Mario Kart game, will bring this back. Mario Party 4 was released by Nintendo in 2002 and was the first Mario Party game on the GameCube. This is an excellent entry in the series and takes everything good about the first 3 Mario Party games on the N64 and combines them all together. This is probably my favorite Mario Party game on this console. Mario Party 5 was released by Nintendo in 2003 and was the second of 4 Mario Party games on this console. This game featured a lot of the same as the other games in the franchise. You roll the dice, you move around the board, and you play some minigames. Mario Party 6 was released by Nintendo in 2004 and was the 3rd GameCube entry. Again, this game was more of the same, and to me, the series was starting to feel a bit of fatigue by having the same kind of concepts over and over. I'm not saying it wasn't a fun game, but this is a lot of entries for the same franchise. Mario Party 7 was released by Nintendo in 2005 and was the final GameCube entry. They finally gave a new concept, having the players traveling the world on a cruise ship. The overall gameplay is still the same concept as the previous games in the franchise, but with a lot of new mini-games to enjoy. All in all, not a bad entry into the series at all. The Mega Man Anniversary Collection was released by Capcom in 2003 and has, from the start, all of the original Mega Man games.
This collection has been released on many consoles over the years, but being on a Nintendo console, it just feels like these games are more at home. Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena was released by THQ in 2002 and is a wacky game where the objective is to make the monsters laugh. I didn't spend a lot of time on this game back in the day because there were so many other titles available, but I can definitely see how this game would have been fun for younger kids at the time. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 was released by EA in 2002 and is a continuation of the NFS Hot Pursuit series. It's a fun driving game in its own right, but compared to other games of the day, this one just didn't do it for me. I would have much rather had a driving experience like Gran Turismo on PS2. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door was released by Nintendo in 2004 and is in my opinion the single best Paper Mario game there is. This game has it all. Great graphics that still hold up today, a great story, and a very intuitive RPG turn-based style gameplay. This embodies everything that is awesome about the Paper Mario series. Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 Card Revolution was released by Sega in 2003, and unfortunately I don't really know much about it because for whatever reason I couldn't get my GameCube to play it. I'll have to get it resurfaced and see if I can actually get the game to play. Released in 2001 by Nintendo, Pikmin is a great game that has you playing as the pilot of a spaceship that has crash-landed on a strange planet. It is up to you to fix your ship with the help of small plant-like creatures called Pikmin that have special abilities to help you on your way. Released by Nintendo in 2005, Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness is a 3D Pokémon adventure that reminds me of a cross between a regular Pokémon game and Pokémon Stadium. It has great graphics and really fun gameplay. I really enjoyed playing this game. Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones is an excellent addition to the franchise, released in 2005 by Ubisoft. In this game, you must traverse and wall run through levels to solve the mysteries that lie ahead. Rampage: Total Destruction is a fun 3D addition to the Rampage lineup of games and was released by Midway in 2006. While this isn't my favorite game in the franchise, it was still pretty fun to destroy everything in sight. The Simpsons Road Rage was released by EA in 2001 on multiple platforms and is a lot like Crazy Taxi with a Simpsons skin over it. I had a blast picking up people and just plowing through the game, driving as fast as possible, all while taking every shortcut I could to avoid using the actual road. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, released by Sega in 2001, in my opinion took everything wrong with the first Sonic Adventure and made it better. The game is fast-paced and smooth, and I feel like the level designs were much better in this game than in the first one. Soul Calibur 2 was released by Namco in 2002, and with it coming to a Nintendo console, that meant an awesome new playable character, Link from The Legend of Zelda. Spyro: A Hero's Tale was released by Traveler's Tales in 2004. While this game wasn't developed by the original Spyro team, I feel like it still had its good qualities. It wasn't classic Spyro, but it was still fun. Spyro: Enter the Dragonfly was released in 2002 by Universal Interactive. This was another non-main story game in the Spyro universe, but it definitely had its moments. This is the last Spyro console game I have, but luckily the full remaster of the original trilogy will be out soon. Originally meant to be an entirely different game, Starfox Adventure was released by Rare in 2002 to very mixed reviews. This took the franchise and turned it on its head by making it more of an adventure game rather than a space shooter kind of game. While the game is good, it would have been better if it just wasn't Star Fox. This game is quite possibly one of my favorite Mario games. Super Mario Sunshine was released by Nintendo in 2002 and took your standard Mario adventure and added a daring and extremely fun to use new mechanic with the water jets and water pistol. Super Smash Bros. Melee was released by HAL Laboratory in 2001 and is very widely considered to be the best Smash Bros. Game of all time. The mechanics and gameplay were excellent, the graphics were great, and the GameCube controller is still the best to use with this franchise to this day. Tak and the Power of Juju was released in 2003 by Avalanche Software. This is your typical 3D action platformer kind of game. I didn't really find anything that truly stood out about this game, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still fun to play, but it just feels like every other type of 3D platformer out there. Tony Hawk's Underground was released in 2003 by Activision and in my opinion took everything great about the franchise and ruined it. I experienced nothing but glitches and poor gameplay mechanics throughout the entire game. I would much rather just be playing a good old-fashioned Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game. WarioWare Inc. was released by Nintendo in 2003 and is a super fun collection of micro games. Each game only lasts a few seconds and you are given no time other than to instantly react to what is in front of you. The game created a sense of urgency and excitement that made it very fun to play. WarioWorld was released by Nintendo in 2003 and is very much a Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine kind of game, but with Wario instead. You are given classic Wario moves to help you throughout the game, all in a quest to make sure you can make some of that sweet, sweet money. Wave Race Blue Storm was released in 2001 by Nintendo and brings a new take on a classic N64 title. Unfortunately, I found that it was rather complicated to really get some of the advanced tricks to work properly, at least in relation to Wave Race 64. The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures is my favorite use of the Game Boy Advance GameCube adapter. You can go on an awesome adventure with up to 3 other people via your Game Boy Advance systems, and it is truly a fun experience.
And there you have it, everyone. Those were all of the videos that I showcased in my collection series for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, if you liked today's video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I get a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.